everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 6th of September. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit those like buttons and comment down below, guys. You know I love hearing from you. And I just wanted to quickly mention again about the incident that happened on my video this morning. If you haven't seen that video, maybe go and check it out. The one I shot earlier today, where I was talking about Trudeau and the flag that kept wrapping around his head and hiding him. And I was saying how the flags are speaking out, even they've had enough of Trudeau, and suddenly my flag fell by itself in the room. So it was kind of a bit of a mystery, a bit of a synchronicity actually, I would say, and most of you tend to agree. So a little bit of a spooky moment for us all. So maybe go check that out if you want a bit of light entertainment. So I'll close my eyes, we'll get started and we'll just see what comes up. Now, these people waking up are getting fired up on all cylinders. They are. They're getting really cranky now. Like here in Australia, we've got interest rates going up again. I did tell you that. And it's making people really angry and really cross because there's no justifiable reason for all of this happening on such a large scale, because we have to remember that every time interest rate goes up, it costs people a lot, and they're still trying to cope with fuel costs, cost of living, cost of cars, everything. We all know it's every avenue, and we all know it's about the reset and what these elite globalists are trying to do to our lives. They're trying to destroy us, which we all know here on my channel. But these people are starting to really fester. That anger's festering them, and I did talk about that volcanic eruption energy the other day to make sure we stay right away from it. Disappeared over in the valley over here, and that's what I'm getting for these people waking up. They're really rising now into they really are. You really need to protect yourself. It's very important as a person, as people who are awake. It's important to protect and preserve your energy, and not get drawn into these dramas and people that are stressed out and angry and wanting to vent on people. Just stay right away from it. And that's a big message from the guys who've been getting that for about a week now or more. So I'm definitely getting that. Let's see where else we go with this. I keep getting France, Belgium, Munich. I'm getting these regions up there. For some reason, there's a lot going on. And I keep thinking it's around renewables that they're really trying to push and implement these things. We know they're implementing these things on a global scale. But I do feel like you guys are going to be like the trial areas for a lot of these things they're implementing. You might find they're really targeting certain areas or certain groups of people with this renewables. And it's like this, I guess you could say it's another giant experiment. They seem to do a lot of experimenting in all facets. So I do feel, I did talk about they had to pull the reset in a little bit, but now they're trying to roll it back out. So I do feel like they're trialing a few things in these areas. I'm getting just around that region, and I do feel it's around renewables, and they're sort of seeing how people are reacting and how people are responding to these things. So definitely getting that up in these areas. Hang on a sec. Now this message is for you guys out there watching my channel. The guides are saying, like, don't die wondering. Don't die wondering what you could have done with your life and how you could have made changes in your life, because your life is here to be lived. And that's what the guides keep saying to us. We have to keep moving our life forward and manifesting and creating the life that we want, by visualizing, seeing things, having hope as well. We don't want to keep focusing on that sort of destructive path of the reset all the time. We need to keep moving ourselves forward. So it's like, if there's things you've really wanted to do, like the guides are saying, don't die wondering. Just get out there and have a go and do it. If you've wanted to, you know, maybe you've wanted to open a business or you have real passions that you've wanted to follow, it's really important that you do those things now, because it's when you put your energy on things, it pulls you towards that. So that's what the guides are saying for us. This is for you guys out there. Because we're leaving a lot of this behind. We've chosen a path that takes us, it's like I talk about us all veering down the highway, and a lot of people went towards government and listen to people complying, but we veered off at the first sort of turn off of the highway. So we went down a different road, which was a road of independence and making our own decisions and feeling free. So now we've got to not die wondering. We've got to really keep moving. Oh, sprocket. We've got to keep moving our lives forward. It's very important. That's a message for you guys today. it's sort of like they're also saying like, don't die with the music in you. Well, we won't, because we play so much music, don't we? So don't die with the music in you. It's saying like, get it all out. Get all those things that you love and those passions and embrace them and get them out. Don't die with the music in you. And that's a message from the guides. Oh, that song this morning that I was trying to think of, guys, when my flag fell over that I was singing. Maybe it was falling over because of my terrible singing. I never did say I could sing. It was by Mental as Anything. It's called Working for the Man, and it's an Aussie band, Mental as Anything. So look that up and listen to the song. And what it's really referring to, getting back to before the flag fell over, is that these people, if they don't get out of that narrative and stop complying, they're going to be working for the man, which is the man in charge. Probably, well, Klaus Schwab, but you think there's a lot of men up there in that, and women in these elites. It's sort of working for the elites is what they're really saying, actually. So that's what I'm getting today, is that we've got to try and, well, these people have to stop trying to work for the man. Oh my God, because it's just an endless job, isn't it? It's like the chain gang again. It's just repetitive. And we know it's repetitive, all right. Let's see what else we get today. They're showing me this visual of us jumping down up and down on this trampoline. So it's like we've got this like high energy, and it's what they're saying is it's like we've got this like childlike energy. If you think of a trampoline, you know, you go up and you go down, and this is what the journey of life is. It's like you go up and you drop down, but we've got this way of having fun in that process. Like no matter what sort of comes our way now, it's saying to me we've got this like, we found this childlike wonder and quality within ourselves that we embrace all these things. Like no matter, even if we're going through some highs and lows, like the trampoline, we still manage to have fun in that process. So I do get that we've found this like childlike quality and this childlike state of mind. And it's not saying it's from like immaturity. It's about enjoying life. I talk about it a lot here, that we see life now through a child's eyes, and I really believe that's true. We do see things very differently. You people talk about it all the time. Someone was talking about a pigeon the other day, just watching a beautiful bird. We get out in nature. We've named our new world Terrabella. We all do different things, and we're really embracing those little things in life, which is like having those childlike qualities of simple things. You think back to your kids, you'd just be out there and they'd be jumping on the trampoline, just going up and down and up and down. And I remember I'd even put the sprinkler under mine, and my kids would even play out there on really hot days with the water. They still talk about it. It's like one of their greatest memories of their childhood. So this is kind of what we're like now. We're creating like these new memories, and that's what the trampoline represents. Whether we're going through highs and lows, we still manage to find this really good like balance on this, I guess you could say, trampoline. But that's what they're giving me. It's that childlike energy. We see things through a child's eyes with wonder and awe, and that's what I'm getting. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. It's like an innocence that we've managed to sort of go back to. I know that a lot of you would relate to that, what I'm explaining. Let me see where else we go with this today. Yesterday I talked about these people waking up, being on this boat out at sea trying to steer their little ship in the torrential like storm, but they're sort of saying now they've got caught up on the rapids. So it's taking them down this like really rough rapids, and they're trying to get off. We know they are. I talked the other week about them trying to drag their little boats up onto the shore, and it was all slippery and the rocks, and they were slipping down and they were really struggling. That's what's happening. A lot of them are really struggling to get out of the narrative. It's very hard when you've been getting told what to do for 3 years to suddenly just jump ship and become independent. That's not easy because you've been just being taken down on this, well, rough ride. I would call it a very rough ride because you were lied to, and it's not where you wanted to go. And it's almost saying that like government stole their paddles and their oars. That's how it feels like. It feels like to these people waking up, it feels like they've had their oars and their paddles stolen, and now they're just like hanging on to the sides of the boat. As much as they're sort of trying to steer it, like I said with their boat yesterday, I'm still getting this very turbulent, almost like whitewater rafting image of these people just oh my God, it's like their life has just got out of control now. And that's virtually what the guides are saying. These people waking up realise their life is out of control and they have to do something. I keep saying it. They're standing up. They're going to rise up because they're hitting rock bottom. We've got the interest rate rises again here, like I just said. It's going to take people down. They're not going to be able to pay their rates, not going to be able to pay water rates. They've gone up. Everything's gone up. So where's everybody getting this money? The wages aren't going up. Gosh, here they're only giving the wage rises to the very low income families like pensioners and things like that. So they say that everyone's wages are going up, but the cost of living's gone up way past the wage increases. We all know that. So this is what's going to happen to these people. They're feeling like their life is now out of control. But they're still trying to hang on, like I said yesterday, and weather the storm. Oh my gosh, it's a long storm, isn't it? Oh my God, it's never ending. Let's see where else we go. Hang on. It's saying people don't want this anymore. These people, honestly, they don't want this anymore. As much as they still feel, oh, here comes the dogs. As much as they still feel like they're kind of in the dark and they're not understanding everything, people still have a little bit of an inkling of what's going on. So it's showing me they want some sort of, it's like, it's almost like, I think there's a movie out at the moment with a genie in it, isn't there? And you make a wish. There's some sort of movie out at the moment. I'm not sure what it's called. And, 1,000 years or something like that. Anyway, it's like people want to make this wish, but they want to float off on the magic carpet. So these people, it's like they're going down this raft, but they wish they could, on the rapids, but they wish they could actually turn it into a magic carpet and just hold on to the sides and like fly away, like, is it in Peter Pan or something like that? And they can fly away on the magic carpet. I don't know what show it's in, Aladdin, I don't know. I'm not very good with these things, but I'm getting that image that they wish they could just hop on a magic carpet and just float away and fly away, probably to fly over into Terabella because it's looking like a real good place to hang out at the moment, isn't it? So I'm getting that for these people because you got to remember that this doesn't feel real to these people. What being lied to by your government, by your media, by your health professionals, how does that even feel real? It's a scary thought for these people waking up that could even be real. So it's almost like they're in a bad dream and they just want to get on this magic carpet and like float away, fly away, probably at high speed. It's showing me this rug kind of flapping off at high speed with these people waking up on it, heading to the other side of the mountain. That's where they wish they could go. So that's what they're sort of focusing on now. Like, how do they get themselves out of this predicament where government is taking all their power, meaning their paddles and their oars, and they're just getting taken. They don't know where they're being taken, actually, and that's a fact. They're not like us. They don't see what's kind of coming. They're sensing it, and they're starting to be aware of it, but they still haven't got the full picture. See, we're very fortunate that we see things very early and very clearly, and it makes a big difference because you can prepare yourself and you can move yourself away from things so it doesn't affect you as much, especially being near the people waking up, because it's not good. It's not good. It's not going to be pretty. I'll see what else we get. Yeah, I'm getting like the electric vehicles. I feel like that's going to come unstuck. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to like go wrong with that. A lot of brake problems, a lot of... well, we already know there's the electric car anxiety they keep talking about, whereas when people have to queue up to charge up their cars, when your battery goes flat, we obviously know that it takes a long time to charge your battery right up again. There's a lot of things that these leaders haven't thought about, so I do feel like there's going to be a lot of hiccups around the electric car industry. It's not going to be smooth sailing at all. We already know that here. It's not going to be smooth sailing. People are trying to get on board with it, but I think we're going to see there's going to be a lot longer to cross over. It's not just going to happen overnight. No one needs to panic there. There's going to be a lot of hybrid options that people are going to be looking at, and that's going to be much more practical. I mean, they should really, to be honest, be talking about hybrids, because there's no way that electrical grid is going to be prepared for everyone getting home from work and charging their cars up at the same time. It'll just cause everything to crash. We all know that, and we're not even like engineers and electrical people. So, you know, these are the things that some of these global elites need to probably do their homework and research on. Just no common sense, is there? It's unbelievable, actually, isn't it? So I do feel there's going to be a lot of hiccups around that. So we'll probably have a lot more of the hybrids in that big transition period. They're just definitely going to become the big... Sorry, my dogs are eating bones. They've got an entire yard and they have to come and eat them right at my feet. Sorry, guys. They always have to be near me. You know that they do. Oh, they're funny. I'll see if there's anything else today. Yeah, people are livid. These people waking up, they're so livid at their government and the people that have been lying to them. They can't believe it. It's just mortifying. That, and especially when it comes to your health, if anyone finds out, and as we know, if anyone finds out about that Pfizer data and starts really looking in and doing their research and listens to Dr. Robert Malone and all these doctors and things that have come out and told their truths, they're going to get a shock. You can't be in denial and disbelief forever, because these are facts. These are people with professional skills that have worked with these things who understand. And as we know here, the truth movements are coming out. So this is coming out. Oh, they're going to get a shock. And they're absolutely livid. Anyone that's finding out is livid. That what have they injected into their body? What's going on here? Why is our life being turned upside down? This is the stuff that's making people angry, volatile, like the volcano. Don't go near them. This is happening. I'll just see what else we've got. Hang on. Now, we've got to not get discouraged now. Now, I know it's very easy for us as people who are awake and who are over here living our best life. We've got to not get discouraged and worrying about these people waking up, because the simple fact is they are waking up, but they're just doing it at their own pace and the level that they can understand. Now, they're worn out, but that's the level that these people can handle. They can't go any faster because they won't absorb the information. So we've got to not get discouraged now. We've just got to let this unfold. We've just got to let it happen. And it is happening. The guides keep saying it is happening. All we've got to worry about is moving our life forward. And they keep saying that to us. So I'm guessing that's the big message today as well, is just keep moving your life forward. Setting your goals, moving further away, creating our beautiful spaces that we're enjoying, our gardens and all the things that we love, which most of you are doing out there. I know by your comments down below all the wonderful things that you guys do. Hang on. Yeah, so we're not to get disturbed or discouraged by any of this now. We just have to keep moving away from it. And that's the best advice the guides are going to give you today. Just keep moving away from all of that. All of that. I know we get the ripple effect. I'm not saying we don't get affected by these things, because sometimes we do. But it's very important that we don't get involved in it again, because it's not our stuff. We've now realised, see, it's like I keep saying that David Icke thing, we've realised that if we can move ourselves away from it, it's not part of our reality anymore. It's just not part of our reality, because we chose not to have it in our reality, because we veered off the highway a long time ago. Let's see if there's anything to close with today. And they're saying, like, no one understands this better than us. Like, no one understands the journey that we've been through better than us. We all know how hard this was to stand up against government, how we were vilified, how we were ostracised in our jobs, how people got vaccine injured and they had no one's support. Like, no one knows that journey better than us. So we are qualified to express ourselves and to talk about these things in a safe environment with each other, obviously. So no one understands but us. And that's why these movements are growing. I always talk about the blob movement here and how we're growing and people are sticking to the blob movement, and we're growing and growing and we're getting bigger and bigger, and we're just creeping forward at this really nice pace. And that's what is happening, because no one understands what we've been through and how we did feel those fears and anxieties, but we have overcome them. It's like I keep saying, we've gone back to those beautiful childlike qualities where we've managed, like a butterfly just flew past then that I just spotted out the corner of my eye, and we've managed to move through these things, and we're living in a much happier and healthier place. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. just keep living from that childlike. It doesn't matter if it's the naughty child sitting on the chair that I always talk about in the dunce corner, because like I say, that's a great place to meditate and find peace. So that's what I'm saying. Keep living from that childlike qualities. That's what the guide's actually saying to you. Hang on a sec. Yeah, and I get the Pink Floyd song again. We don't need no education. We don't. We can just get on with our lives now and have fun and do our own things. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Go check out my video about the flag falling over. It's so bizarre. And I'll say goodbye from Australia. Don't forget to hit the like buttons and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.